Hey internet, I'm LittleDreamer3, you guys can call me Laura, and today I want to talk about why Philip DeFranco could never offend me. Now I know it seems a bit presumptuous to say that someone could never ever offend you. I hope that once I've just explained why I strongly believe that he could never actually truly offend me, you'll kind of see where I'm coming from. I don't get offended by people just because their opinions aren't the same as my opinions. I only really get offended by stuff that really brings down the human race as a whole, and I'm not the kind of person who gets offended very much. I mean, I only really fight back against people who don't share the same opinion is when they can't justify their standing point. Every time Philip DeFranco has presented an argument that I don't necessarily agree with, I can't hate him or be offended by it because he gives logical arguments. He backs up his opinion with why, because it's not enough for me for someone just to say it's my opinion. Well, yes, it is your opinion, but why do you hold that opinion? What makes that opinion the most important opinion to you? What makes that opinion the most valid for you? And that's one of the reasons I love the Philip DeFranco show. I do want to bring up one instance of an opinion that he and I do not see eye to eye on, and that is guns. Phil has a gun that he has at home for home protection, and he's a strong advocate for that, but I am not. But that's because I live in a country, I live in Australia, we have strict gun laws and strict gun control, and I don't know what it's like to walk around a place with gun stores, because ever since I was 3 was when the last massacre happened, and we had the government, a liberal government, so a conservative government, brought back every single gun that was in the country, and then you had to go through a process of applying to get it back. For me, I've never really had to worry about whether or not someone else is carrying a gun. So for me, gun control seems like a really good idea and a really good thing, because now I only have to worry about knives. But he backs up his reason, he backs up his position, and I can't blame him for having that position because that's his experience. He's backing it up with his experiences. My experiences are entirely different because I grew up in a different country. I live in a different country, so my experience is going to be different from someone else's experience. So if their opinion is backed up by their experience, I can't be offended by that, because how can you have my experience? You can't. So right now I want to talk. Phil, you are amazing. You are the only source of actual news I watch. I don't watch the news in my country. If it wasn't for you, I'd have no idea of what's going on in the world, because I can't stand the way they report it. I can't stand it. I constantly feel lied to. You don't do that. You don't lie to us. You give us the facts, you give us your opinion, and then you ask for ours. And I love that. I love that you foster a conversation about what's really going on in the world, and I could only one day hope to have an audience as amazing as you and be able to foster communication just like you. And one other thing I like is I'm a teacher. You value us, and I've got to say, watching the docu-vlogs and the DeFranco Fam, what you and Lindsay do with Trey is what we wish every parent would do with their kid. You read to him multiple books every night, because studies show, and this is something studies show, that kids who don't read about 3,000 books before they start school, and it is feasible, if you read 3 books a night for a year, that's over 1,000 books. So you've got 5 years before they start school, really, like proper mainstream school, and I'm talking about what we call foundation or prep. Yeah, so I want to do more stuff about education because I'm passionate about it, and it's like, yay! So, okay, so that's basically all I wanted to say. Let me know downstairs in the comments if you are easily offended, if you're never offended, or if you're like me, can't be offended by someone purely because of their opinion. Until then, don't stop thinking differently. Bye!